What is up, Anthony and everybody else? 2023, baby, we're still alive.
Yeah, and it's pretty impressive, to be perfectly honest.
That's
You
a
know,
dumb intro on my part. What are you gonna do?
I guess nothing, you know.
Yeah, well, we were off last week. Decided to take a holiday break.
Yeah,
Yeah,
felt appropriate.
it did. It did. It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think doing it on the New Year, first day, solid start.
yes, yes. We're recording this New Year's Day. Um, New Year, still no Zoom premium. Uh, yeah, no.
We'll hang out with it for a while.
Yeah, we'll hang out with it. We'll hang out with it.
That's okay.
Um,
Um, yeah. How was your New Year's?
it was pretty good. It was good. Um, I hung out with my girlfriend and her family.
It's
Uh,
nice.
yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I don't typically, I'm not a big fan of New Year's.
Mm,
I think it gets way hyped up for no reason.
sure.
Yeah, it's like no one stays up on midnight to, you know, February 28th and gets really excited for March 1st.
Right.
I just don't know why the year changing is such a big deal, but I get it and I don't.
Yeah. It's like you made it. You made it a whole another year.
I just think it's silly. I don't know.
All the BS that can happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I mean it was fun. Played dominoes
It's good
for a long time.
for a long time.
Yeah,
Nice.
it ended up taking about 4.5 hours. Um,
Yeah, damn.
we had to cut it short because we were like, well, we don't want to miss midnight.
The fact that that's cutting it short is crazy to me.
It was a long, long game.
Yeah, that is clear.
Yeah,
Never have I ever.
yeah. It was fun though. I got second place.
Nice. Nice. I'll congratulate you on that.
Catch me on the dominoes table. Um, if I mean, I'm down to catch a body. I don't know if how you want to be remembered, but if you want to be remembered as a loser, come see me on the dominoes table. I feel like I'm wild right now. I don't know why.
Okay, I thought there was more right there. It seemed like you're about to say more. You
I
didn't.
don't know. I feel like I'm being really stupid. I ate an apple right beforehand. That might be by.
Oh, yeah, you know what they say.
Yeah.
An apple a day makes you more stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that common phrasing.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, how was your Christmas? What was up? What was up going on there?
Oh, it was fine. Was with my mom and went to my dad's later. Um, very small gathering this year, unlike the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like zero extended family at all. So it just didn't feel really all that Christmassy. It's pretty lackluster in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I for the first time had to go other places than
Mhm.
just my family, and that was really weird.
Yeah,
I had to like leave because like I so my family was doing stuff at the same time as Hallie's family. Um, and so I had to like leave places
yeah,
in and to go to the other one, and it felt weird because I was like, I've seen others do this, but I've never done this.
right. It's your first time.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but I did. I got presents from our lovely sponsor, Coca Cola. Drink Coke.
Yes, our totally real sponsor that we have.
They gave me this.
How much did it cost to buy that?
How much did that cost? Oh, nothing, because Coca Cola gave it to me.
Right. Well, how much did they spend giving it to you?
That's a great question. I couldn't tell you that one. It's probably not enough to buy Zoom premium Zoom.
Oh, okay, great.
No, I don't think it is.
Sorry, I used all our money to get like a fake mustache and sunglasses.
That way I can try and trick Coke into think I'm two people, and they'll give me twice as much money
Exactly. Exactly.
from
Things be on its way.
lucrative sponsorship deal.
100%.
It's all
I'm
in the contract. It's all in the contract.
I'm so mad at that. That's what like I noticed it, but I hadn't like acknowledged it. You know what I mean? And now that you really pointed it out, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Right though. Look at it. Look at it. It's fantastic.
Ugh, I hate it.
Drink. Drink. It says enjoy Coke on it. It's I don't know if you can read it or not, but it says enjoy Coke. My head's
Well,
like in front of it too. I'm gonna readjust for the next
okay.
episode to where I'm not blocking it perfectly with my hair.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. Enjoy Coke.
Oh, God, a disaster. Actually, a disaster.
Ah.
Yes. How was New Year's Day been for you?
News Day, I woke up way too late. I I I I felt lazy as could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact, I had a dream. So, okay. I woke up at multiple points and it was like, oh crap, it's way too late. I gotta get out of bed. And then just fell right back asleep and then would wake up later and do the same thing. And I was like, God, I'm so lazy. I gotta get out of bed. And I didn't end up getting up until like afternoon, which is in my eyes, it's no bueno.
Yeah.
Um, one of the times that I had fallen asleep, woken up and then fallen back asleep, I had a dream that I was playing dominoes. Because I guess it's implanted in the back of my mind now. That's all I can think about. Um, and I had like my tiles, my dominoes tiles, and I was like getting real close to getting rid of all my dominoes, but then I couldn't go, so I had to draw a domino. And each time it was my turn, I couldn't go, and I had to keep drawing dominoes. And in my dream, I was like, I can't wake up and get out of bed until I've gotten rid of all my dominoes, but I kept getting more dominoes. And then at one point, I remember thinking, I was like, wait a minute, this is a dream. No, I can get up anytime I want.
Yes.
And then I woke up and then went right back to sleep.
Nice. Such a hurry to get up and then immediately just like, whatever.
I don't like
I
I don't
like
know. I don't like getting up this late.
it. Yeah.
Not a fan. I feel like I've wasted the day.
No, I definitely feel that. There has to be like a certain time. Like this is the latest I'll stay in bed, and then I have to make myself get up. Otherwise, it's just like it's no good.
Yeah. I have found that it can be difficult if I'm not I feel like if I don't have a good sleeping schedule, it can be
Yeah.
very difficult for me to get up because I sleep in my parents' basement. No light gets in here. No natural light at all. So
Right.
uh if there's no sun like beating down on my eyes, sometimes I just don't get up. So
That's fair.
yeah,
Maybe it'd be good to just set an alarm for that for the time you'd like to get out of bed.
I do.
Like for like this like the latest time being like if I don't it'll wake me up.
I do. I I mean I like so I have my alarm clock. I have an actual alarm clock. And then I set an alarm on my phone. Um my alarm clock is like away from my bed, so I have to physically get up and turn it off. And then my phone is completely outside of my room. Like I charge it outside of my room at night.
Nice.
But I have to go to it like physically go to another room to turn off that alarm.
Right.
And then oftentimes I still get right back in bed. Like the child I am.
The fact that you do all that just to go back to bed, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I almost respect how procrastinating and lazy that is.
Yeah. I mean I told you I'm pretty sure I told you one time. We when we were in school, I was like trying to do something and I was procrastinating so much that I signed up for food stamps.
I don't know if I recall that.
Yeah, I thought I told you that. I was trying to work on something, and then I was just like, didn't want to do it. That I was like, I'm curious if I qualify for food stamps. And I looked it up, and I did. And then I signed up for food stamps.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I don't think I qualify for food stamps anymore, but I did back then.
That's crazy, bro. I don't think I've ever gone so far as to think of a whole other thing to do on top of the thing that I needed to do.
You've never done that?
I don't think I don't think so. I
I do that all the time.
That's crazy.
It's yeah. It's like giving yourself another task that's like way less consequential so that you do it and you're like, I've been productive today. Even though it's like you didn't need that wasn't even on the agenda to start the day.
Right.
So it's like you're running in place, but it feels good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's
But
almost like getting on a treadmill.
a little bit.
Just in the same place. I did do something. I just didn't physically go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then to which, speaking of treadmills and a new year, what are do you make resolutions at all? No,
No, I
nothing
don't like
like goals for yourself.
I don't like New Year's resolutions just because I feel like if you want to like make a change, why are you waiting until January 1st? It goes back to my whole thinking that New Year's is overblown in the first place,
Mhm.
where it's like I've talked to people that worked at gyms before, and they're all like, "Oh, January and February is the worst. It's
Yeah.
hell." And then by March it dies back down.
Yep.
And like, why wait until January to be like, I'm gonna start working out? It's like if you want to work out, just do it. I've never been a big fan of New Year's resolutions because like another thing, back to like by March gyms are back to the way they were. Um, it's like a lot of people don't stick to it. I feel like if it doesn't come out of a place of like, oh, I need to make a change, you're not gonna stick to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that would probably be the most ideal way in order to create those is to make them come out of that need. You know. Um, but yeah, a lot of people don't stick to them. But I think the thing with starting on like January 1st or whatever, it's just kind of like a reset in your mind. Same way on like starting on the first of a month or starting on uh, a Monday. It's the same thing, just the very first day of the year, right? And so, and there is something real to that kind of thing. So I feel like it's just that kind of thing. And personally, for myself, not even for any kind of resolution or anything like that, but just for how I've been feeling, I just needed to feel like I'm in like a new situation. I'm in like a new year. Kind of, it just mentally, it's like, oh, that's all yesterday. That's all yesterday, and that whole thing, and I get to feel like I get to start over in a sense, and so that's helpful to me.
I get that. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Just I personally don't do it. Um, that being said, what are your New Year's resolutions?
I don't necessarily make those. It's more so like I just kind of have some like concepts or themes that I try to have for the year. Sometimes I'll even try to like give myself a quote for the year. I try to like just stick to that throughout it, um, or just keep it in mind when things get really hard or tough. Um, and when I was writing some stuff some days ago, it was kind of like focus. It was change. It was peace. Um, there was one other word in there, but basically it was just like, oh, action. Action was the other one. And so action and change are pretty much the same thing. Um, focus is kind of in there. Peace, it all just kind of goes together. And so I just wanted like a change of environment. I want to put more action to things, be more of a creator than a consumer. You know, can create more, consume less. Um, just things like that. Gain this fucking weight I'm trying to gain for last year. Um, yeah, like so mostly just things I've already wanted to do and or things I'd really like to have that I haven't had for the last few months. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a good time to look back.
yes,
How are things different? How are they the same?
yeah, no, it's for real good to review that kind of stuff because one day you just kind of realize you're doing the same shit. Um, which is part of why like I need to get out of my mom's house, and that's why I have this apartment now because I've been here since technically like December, like a little before New Year's of 2019, right? And so it's been 3 years, and that's 3 years too motherfucking long. Um, so in some senses, I am in a different spot, and in the fact that I have this apartment, right? That's something. I said I was going to get this thing, and I did it, and it's important, right? And so the next thing is to now move away, and so now I need to follow up on that part. My only saving grace is that I can rent this place like monthly after the lease is over. So if for whatever reason, God, I have no idea what that would be for, but for whatever reason, if I needed to, it's much better to know that okay, I can only need to stay here for a month. Um, if I really had to, I'm not contracted for a whole another year, so that helps. But just following through is a good thing.
Yeah. I've got a question. Um, I told you that I asked if you'd ever heard of Elliot Choi.
Yeah.
You had not, and then I said that I think you would enjoy him.
Yes.
Did you watch him at all?
I did look up his channel. I did not watch.
Okay. He makes like daily vlogs. They're not daily vlogs. I don't know why I said daily. He makes vlogs.
Yeah, they're pretty vlog like. Yeah.
Yeah. They're definitely not daily. I don't know why I said daily, but he makes vlogs. They are. I said I thought you would like them because I I've seen vlogs before. Typically, they're similar. As far as like, there's only so much you can do with a vlog. Um,
Yeah.
because it's just like someone living their life. Um, he does them pretty differently. I feel like I think it's a way that you would enjoy.
Okay.
Whereas like he'll, um, I think he'll just record like big chunks of time, like from this date to this date, and then he'll like pick a topic that he wants to like kind of focus on, and then he'll take the points that he's recorded that like fit into that focus, that narrative, and then he'll make a video about that. So it's like it's a vlog, but it's about something.
Right.
And I I was I had seen some of them before. I knew who he was, but then it just got recommended to me
Mhm.
recently. The almighty algorithm gods decided to just bestow that upon me, and I can't go against their will. So
Naturally.
yeah, so I watched it, and then I watched a couple more, and I was like, so I think his last three videos, as of
Mhm.
recording this, he doesn't talk in any of them.
Really.
Yeah, and I thought that was really interesting. Uh,
Just like music playing and stuff.
there's music playing, and then like he just has like text bubbles at the bottom.
Mm.
I was watching. I thought it was really interesting, and then I had the thought. I was like, who would could do this and do this well? Anthony.
Me.
Yeah, I was like, it's especially with the last three videos he's done. They're
Yeah.
a little more like philosophical.
Okay.
Um, and I was like, oh, Anthony could do this.
Interesting.
I was like, I feel like you could like try and like hone in on one thing
Mhm.
that's just been prevalent in your life, and then like from time point A to point B, and then just like cut it together, and then
That's interesting. Well, now I'm highly curious.
yeah, I don't know if you have literally any desire to do that at all. I was just watching that, and then it just struck me. I was like, I think like Anthony could do this.
Well, I mean, my curiosity is mostly piqued just because that's what came to your mind, and I wanted, and I looked at his channel so I could be like, okay, this is him, so I can make sure I look it up later. Um, and I even pushed on one to make sure it's in my history and stuff. And so I'm like, oh, okay, well now my interest is highly piqued. I really want to watch one. I'm gonna try to do that today, actually, probably tonight, um, and see because now I'm curious to what you mean and to see that.
Yeah, I just I think I like the way he does them a lot because they're about as different of a daily vlog. Not I keep saying daily. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's not daily. It's not daily, Derek.
If I do a daily vlog, I would probably kill myself.
That seems like absolute hell.
And Casey Neistat did that for years. That's insane, bro.
No. That's like so like a talk like a late night show.
Yeah,
Do like Monday through Friday.
right.
Almost like every Monday through Friday they do it. I mean, that seems extremely difficult because you're working like every business day to get 1 hour of time. And like you can just like work and throw around ideas and like toss stuff like stuff in the garbage. Be like, oh, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Then you have to just like get it down to an hour. With the daily vlog, you've got to like do you just have to live your life, and then you got to edit too. At the same time, you're probably not gonna like record a lot of editing because that's not
Well,
super fun.
yeah, well, right. Because like editing in and of itself is already a whole process, especially if you really wanted to make it like look cool and have its own rhythm and whatnot. But then the fact of like just the actual production of that, like putting cameras in places, if especially if you're really trying to go like the Casey Neistat route and like try to like get a few setups where the camera's going to be and have to like walk into the frame and do all that. But on top of that, to have a job to which you could do that, I have to be at this place for 8 hours. I can't fucking record myself up in there like that. I mean, I guess I technically could, but man, that'd be a bitch. And to do that every day, how fucking creative do I have to get? For
Yeah,
what?
and also if you have like, I guess as far as vlogging goes, if you have like a dud of a day where you just don't do anything interesting,
Yeah,
how are you gonna spin that?
yeah.
Want to watch it?
I I think of one of Casey Neistat's, like when he moved to LA and he started doing it wasn't like daily anymore, but every once in a while he'd post a vlog and it was like maybe like 5 minutes or so much shorter. And one of them was on like ants and how he was doing battle with these ants. I think it was ants because they were kind of infesting this one space he was trying to get into. And that's what he made the vlog about. And I was like, okay, that's an interesting way to go about it because he still makes it really interesting and fun to watch. But like, yeah, you have to find like minute shit like that because you're just like, man, I got to do something.
Yeah, I can't. Also, I feel like it probably gets expensive daily vlog, especially if you are not like seeing returns on the vlogging itself.
Right.
If you are still just having to like work whatever job you work and then try and vlog on the side and like make that into your thing, you got to go out and do interesting stuff, or like a lot of people do.
Right.
Like a lot of people like go out to dinner or get coffee or whatever. It's like that's gonna add up. So if
Yeah,
you're
if you're gonna do stuff like that, for sure.
yeah, so if you're not making anything off of it, like that's got to be stupid expensive.
Yeah, and to find like a theme or a topic for it, because I watched mostly Casey. There were some other vlogs I had watched, and it was pretty whatever. And like the thing that stood out about Casey was like his filmmaking abilities, right? And the fact that through every single one, he always told like a story. Or he'd like cut out things if you knew he was going to say something or whatever. There was like this one editor made a video on like his style. He was just like, "Oh, this is what he does," and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is exactly what he does." I just didn't know how to put that into words. Um, but yeah, just like to tell some kind of story throughout it. Um, and if I think of my day, I'm like, man, I go to work and then I get up early as fuck to go to work. And then immediately after that, I drive straight to the gym. And then I come home and I try to eat a lot and stretch and then eventually go to bed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all my vlogging would be done in the gym. And that would suck because it's less focus in the gym. And it takes me longer to get the fuck out of there. And then it takes away from stretching and stuff when I get home. So I'm just like, bro, I don't have the time because it's just not a priority for me.
Yeah. My a my editing style for this podcast is all of it.
Mm,
I just take the whole thing and then put it on YouTube.
yeah.
I'm like, there we go.
I mean, look, it's pretty solid.
And I'm like, whew, that really took it out of me. I got to go watch Step Brothers now.
For the 200th time. Well, I mean, when you don't really have anything to really edit out or make something louder, it's just like, well, do I really need to touch it?
Yeah.
You know, now we don't have any like bleeping or whatever in here, right?
No, we don't.
So yeah, it's just like
We
what
haven't
what
had,
edit it for?
we haven't had anything to bleep yet. Like, I've thought about this. I was like, the only time that I think I would bleep something is if we talked about someone and then afterwards we were like, maybe we shouldn't. I just probably bleep their name.
Right, if we said their name or something.
Maybe blur our mouths too.
Yeah, that might be pretty good to do. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But when you bring up Elliot Choi, and by the way that you think or whichever one you're claiming, on how he does his vlog style, and if it's over like a long period of time, well, I could definitely try to work with that if I was to do something like that. That sounds much more like, oh, okay, because thank God we have weekends, so there's some time there to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm just really interested now. I really want to watch one.
Yeah, I don't know for sure because I mean, there's like a range
Right.
of videos that he does. Like sometimes he'll do um like he has like every like vlogger, he's got like a day in the life video.
Yeah.
Um and it's like you can only really shoot that one in one day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So um there's those kinds where he does it in one day and I'm sure he does it and then probably doesn't like rush, like break his back to edit it and get it out the next day. He probably takes his time doing it and then
Right.
does that. But I think the majority of them, to me, it looks like he just takes a little stretch of time and just films and then just kind of sees what he has and puts together like some sort of theme and focus.
Yeah.
To
Yeah. See, that's an interesting way to do it. I guess it doesn't really occur, at least to me personally, to do that kind of thing, especially in the world of like hustle culture, and you got to be productive, and like the world, or at least as far as the internet's concerned, really makes you feel like you have to live your life that way. Especially if you're trying to be someone who is creative and wants to create things, that you always got to be on to the next one. So to do it in that kind of way, I think is actually interesting. It's just like kind of like you don't know what you don't know. So it's like I didn't even thought about it. Why would I even consider it? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah. But I likes that.
yeah. No, I think they're really interesting. Um, like I know he first started. I don't think he started off doing vlogs. Like I
Mm,
think his YouTube it has transitioned into that. I think originally he started off doing like those kind of like man on the street type of videos, asking people like just asking a ton of different people one ridiculous question or something like that, like with some attention grabbing headline of a video
right.
of like giving Harvard students an iPhone if they can solve this one math problem, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like none of them can because they're all on the spot and they don't have a pen and paper or a calculator on, So
Yeah.
it's like none of them can do it, and it's like, oh, see, they're not that smart. Kind of like those type of videos. And then somewhere
Yeah.
along the way, he transitioned into actually doing like vlogs.
Mm.
Um, and I like the way he does his vlogs. I think they're unique. They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I'll definitely be watching one or two of those tonight.
yeah.
That is my goal of today.
I would recommend if you do watch them, watch the most recent ones.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the last three he doesn't speak.
Yeah.
Um, I know at least one of them he does not speak. I'm pretty sure it's all three of them though.
Mm.
Um,
I'm definitely checking those out.
yeah.
And speaking of creating things too, yesterday on New Year's Eve, I spent 6 hours filming a dance video. Uh, it looks pretty darn good. Pretty proud of that work.
Yeah.
I can definitely send it to you
Pretty sick.
so you can watch it. I need to upload it on YouTube and then link my channel and on here so
I still
people.
haven't done that. I need to do that.
Yeah, we need to really do that.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to get this clout if we're not, gonna set up our stuff?
If I can't not live my life like a normal human, if I go to a restaurant and no one knows who I am, what am I doing all of this for?
See, that's what I've always said personally. Like, if I can't walk in somewhere and be like, "I'm sorry, do you not know who I am?" Then I don't even know why I'm even alive. Honestly, I just
Exactly. Like I'm about to kill myself over some spilt Cheerios over here because I have to wait in line at the bank.
right, like some peasant,
Yeah. Let
like
me
some
deposit my $51 and I'll be on my way.
exactly, exactly. That's all I'm trying to do.
Do you know me? I'm sponsored by Coke. I'm
Exactly.
they signed me to they say it's lifelong. I'm not sure. Contract. Do you know who I am?
Right.
Do you know how to spell my last name? I bet you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. They probably don't. I mean, if I can't walk into like a restaurant and then pull my sunglasses down and be like, "Excuse me, I run a YouTube podcast." You might have not heard of me before, and I'll let that pass this time. Uh, and with that kind of audacity, then I,
See, I think you're aiming too low here. I think you just need to walk into a restaurant
yeah,
and then they're like, "Oh, right this way."
yeah, no, exactly. If that doesn't happen, then I'm not famous enough. um,
Not famous. What's this all been for?
yeah, yeah. If I can't be important to random strangers, then what are we even doing?
Yeah. Why did my parents even put me on this earth?
Exactly. See, and you know what? They're going to come up with some BS reason, like they wanted to grow themselves as people and bring a child into this world with love and care. I'm like, don't hit me with your bullshit. All right. You
Yeah.
know, you brought me here to make something of myself.
Don't give me that self-righteous like, "Oh, I'm not trying to live vicariously through me." Really?
Yeah, really. You wanted this too.
Yeah.
That's why you had us. Okay.
Yeah. If you're not trying to live through me, why did I play sports until 4th grade?
Exactly.
Until 5th grade. I played it through 4th grade.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to YMCA soccer.
Shout out YMCA soccer.
Yeah. I was really bad though.
Bro, I was really bad at basketball. So bad. I couldn't live up to that stereotype. However, soccer, I did pretty decent in.
I was really bad at soccer. I never tried at basketball when I was a kid. I wish I would have
Yeah.
because I am a very lanky individual. I
Mhm.
have very long arms for
Yeah.
how I feel like I could have been like a decent high school basketball player.
maybe.
Yeah. Plus, my dad was super athletic.
Right.
I've got at least some of those genes. I've always been fast for my age and like how much I worked out. Like when I played soccer, I was a very fast 9-year-old. I was a fast boy.
Yeah.
Could have used that to my advantage. Now I do have small hands. I'll be the first to admit it. Can't palm a basketball.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I like basketball. It's my favorite sport.
You like the way they dribble up and down the court.
I do. I do. I like slam dunks and taking it to the hoop. Um, and I think I could have.
Yeah.
You're really fighting back laughter there.
I really am. I was really. It almost got me. It really. I don't know why. It was just like hidden right there for a second. I was like, I hope he continues. And he's like, he did. Like, yes.
I don't know all the words, unfortunately. So I would have gone longer,
Same.
but I just didn't know them all.
Same. I had forgotten. It's been so many years.
And like I like slam dunks and taking it to the hoop. I'm well aware that I like skipped a huge part of the song to get to there. I just don't know any of the
Okay,
other
see,
words.
that makes more sense.
Yeah, I just don't know any of the other words.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's been so long. What wasn't that on like Mike?
Was it?
Wasn't that little Bow Wow?
I don't, it's been so long since I've seen
Uh,
like
that movie was my shit too. I had it on my PSP, bro. I had that shit on my PSP. That was my shit. That and iRobot.
iRobot. Oh, I've never seen iRobot all the way through. I've just seen parts of it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's part. What I've seen was pretty decent.
Yeah, it's I mean like it's honestly a decent movie. I mean, I haven't watched it as like a full grown film educated adult. However, what I recall, it seemed like a decent movie,
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
it's. I watched it not that long ago. The parts that I did for the first time. It's
Yeah.
not.
It's not bad. You know what who really makes it is it's Will Smith.
Yeah, I
Makes
mean, a lot of movies would not be the same if it were someone other than Will Smith.
this is also true.
Like
Um
Hitch is
he
not Hitch if it's
he's like he's a great actor. But also he just has like that charisma and you just kind of love to watch him. He's funny when he needs to be, like
yeah,
Will
yeah,
Smith.
yeah. Um, slaps people around. I like a big strong man.
Wow. Really still bringing that up, huh?
I mean, it happened. Look,
It did.
you know,
Yeah.
I uh, I don't know the guy.
Mhm.
I've heard. I don't know. You know who Bert Kreischer is?
I don't think so.
Okay, Bert Kreischer is a comedian. He's pretty funny.
Mhm.
Basically, his career was made because of Will Smith. He
Okay.
auditioned for a pilot that Will Smith either was in or was producing. I'm not sure. I don't think the pilot ever like made it to air,
Mhm.
but um, he auditioned for the pilot and like everyone hated him. But Will Smith was like, "This guy is absolutely hilarious. Like he has to be in the role." And like Will Smith like went to bat for him. And so
Nice.
he like developed a friendship with Will Smith. And then after that thing, like every comedian after that was like, Will Smith is garbage and needs to go 6 feet in the ground. And then Bert Kreischer was like the only one being like, guys, that's not Will Smith.
Yeah.
I know Will Smith. That's someone else. Like this is I'm concerned for that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely my takeaway.
Which I think he was in the wrong to do that. Hot
Yeah.
take a year later.
Yeah, right. I'll take a year later.
But
I agree.
you know,
Yeah.
there's always a reason behind something. So
There is. Just like this being our last minute.
yes.
Us being having to go.
Yes.
So until next week.
Until next week, drink Coca Cola, and I hope you enjoy it as well. I know you will. I know you will.
He knows you will.
Okay.
Now
Well,
drink.